Yeah, welcome back to the channel, man. Yes, man. How y'all doing, man? How y'all feeling? Hey, man, we back, man. Live in effect. You heard me? Hey, we about to get into a little learning video about something with the seafood. You know what I'm saying? With the shrimp. And I'm a person that love, especially where I'm from, my culture. That's definitely something a bit staple. But, just a little educational video.
10 pounds of them a year, but how much of that is really fresh, caught from the Gulf? We ordered shrimp dishes we were told were from the Gulf at 6 popular seafood restaurants, and what we found might surprise you. Luis Guerrero investigates. Shrimp, it's the most popular seafood in America, but experts say more than 90% of the shrimp we eat is actually farm-raised overseas. And you may not know it, by the way, some restaurants advertise their seafood. So what about the shrimp you've ordered? Where does it really come from? We put some well-known seafood restaurants to the test and found something fishy going on.
We've got shrimp.
At Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, a nationwide chain based on the movie Forrest Gump,
Bubba Gump Shrimp's what they got.
you may think they'd catch their shrimp fresh from the Gulf, just like in the film. We went to their Times Square location in New York and ordered this delicious-looking shrimp dish. But after he says he checked with the chef, the waiter came back to our table.
Do you use the definitely Gulf shrimp?
Well, a lot of places they do a lot of false advertisement, you know what I mean? So they say caught wild, or they'll say like with fish or something like that. Like they said, it's caught from such and such Gulf, but
Are they really? We sent our samples for analysis to 2 independent labs, and both agreed.
Definitely not Gulf shrimp.
So where are they from?
It's the most commonly farm-raised shrimp in the world. They're frequently farmed in Asia, South America, India, China.
So not the Gulf. We also tested the shrimp at Filet Gumbo Bar in New York City.
People rave that you have the best gumbo in New York City.
Absolutely.
Chef Eric McCrean counts Louisiana culture and cuisine on his menu.
Are there Louisiana barbecue shrimp from the Gulf?
But our labs say they're from the Pacific.
They told us that it was actually imported and not from the Gulf at all. Don't you think that's sort of misleading to customers?
I'm the wrong person you're asking that question.
So what's the big deal? Does it really make any difference?
It's the best bite of seafood you could ever have.
At Parkway Bakery and Tavern, a New Orleans staple renowned for its crispy shrimp po' boys, head chef Justin Kennedy says they only ever serve local Gulf shrimp for a reason.
These people come from all over the world to try some of the best seafood that we have to offer in this city, and you're going to give them something from another country when you got the best shrimp in your backyard?
He says not only is the taste of Gulf shrimp superior, restaurants pay much more to serve their customers the real deal.
I think it's very important to buy locally and buy fresh Gulf shrimp. The industry has been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. If you're using foreign and sounding as domestic, that is a mortal sin in the restaurant industry in South Louisiana.
I can tell you
Surely we find real Gulf shrimp on Bourbon Street in New Orleans. Louisiana is, after all, on the Gulf. Here at Old Nola Cookery, the sign reads authentic New Orleans cuisine. So we asked.
From the Gulf? That's Gulf shrimp, yeah. It's so cool that you get it from local fishermen. That's really cool.
But the labs say that's simply not the case. We tried to speak to a manager.
We just had ordered some shrimp here recently, and we're told that it was authentic Gulf shrimp, but we had it tested by 2 different labs, and it was imported. Can you explain that? Are you misleading your customers?
The good news? We sampled dishes at 2 other New Orleans restaurants, Cornet and Commander's Palace, and the labs say they served us shrimp fresh from the Gulf.
The consumer wants to know that they're eating a good Gulf shrimp when in fact they're not.
For decades, third-generation Louisiana shrimp boat captain Lance Nacio has supported his family running their small business, Anna Marie Shrimp.
Here in South Louisiana, we're blessed with all these natural resources. And you can make a decent living off of the land.
He says he believes some restaurants' advertising may be misleading to customers.
So the consumers being duped. They're using pictures of fishermen, pictures of fishing boats in their restaurants, and they give the perception that they're serving domestic shrimp when in fact they're not.
How is this affecting your industry?
Every shrimp that is sold that's passed off as domestic is taking sales, is taking food from fishing families. I mean, they're doing everything that's right and working hard, but if the fishermen can't afford to stay in business and maintain their boats, we're going to lose an industry.
Seed Consulting founder David Williams says his team's work in conjunction with a Florida State University lab found the majority of the shrimp they tested from hundreds of restaurants around the country were imported shrimp, even when the restaurants say they're from the Gulf.
All we need is for people to actually sell Gulf product when they say they're selling Gulf product, and the price will go up, and the coastal communities can survive.
Old Nola Cookery says they proudly serve Gulf shrimp and just had a delivery before our visit, but did not provide us documentation. Filet Gumbo Bar tells us the title of their entree, Louisiana BBQ Shrimp, refers to how the shrimp is prepared, not the origin. Finally, Bubba Gump says their server made a simple mistake and apologized for the inaccurate information.
Yeah, that should make y'all look even more stupid. Damn, got y'all niggas red-handed. Stupid ass motherfucker. But yeah, man, I love shrimp, man. I love seafood. But I'm a person that's aware, and I'm aware of what I eat. And you gotta be aware of what you put in your body, man, because especially in the world we live in now, especially when it comes to like the plant-based stuff or alkaline or it's all this health stuff now. So they know that was a lane to come in, and especially same thing with this with meats. You think you get top-notch steaks and ribs and shrimp, fish, and they always, they definitely deceiving. You know what I'm saying? Especially they put so much. Even if you get it from these places, it's still just the other stuff with like the mercury and the plastic, especially with that seafood stuff. So you gotta be careful, man. Just be aware, man. But y'all already know, man. Let me know if y'all ever been to one of these places. I'm familiar with Bubba, but let me know if y'all been into the ones, around the cities and stuff. Y'all leave a comment. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. But yeah, man, we be back. Y'all already know, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And yeah.